Hey guys, thanks for joining and welcome to this week's episode. So for those of you who are watching this for the first time, my name is Sofyan and welcome to my channel. So as you can see, I'm not in my kitchen this week. I'm actually in the beautiful Sydney Harbour doing this recording at the moment, and this is my final day in Sydney, Australia. So today I am going to make that move in a couple of hours, head to that plane and going from this side of the Pacific Ocean to the other side of the Atlantic coast. So I'm going to move to Lisbon, Portugal. So just a quick recap, especially for those of you who are watching this for the first time. I'm making the move to Lisbon. How did this all happen was back in 2017, I went to Lisbon as a stopover. I was having a holiday in Morocco, and I decided to do a stopover in Lisbon since I was flying with TAP Portugal. And then when I first arrived in Lisbon, I didn't quite like the city, but I spent about a week over there, and as I travel around the country and explore around the cities and the areas, I grew to love the city a lot. And during my last day, I decided to spend my time walking around Lisbon, especially the old quarters of Alfama, Muraria, Intendente, and so on. And then that's where I took a break, and I took a break in the square and sat down and talked to myself and said, like, wouldn't it be great to be living in this city? So so that's how that happened. And then fast forward 2 years later, in October 2019, I came over to Lisbon with the expectation that I'll be making that trial move for about 3 months. That didn't happen according to plans because there were delays happening, and then things kept delaying basically, and until March. So by the time March arrived, as you guys would know, the pandemic happened, and plus a lockdown, and I was advised not to come over to Lisbon. So therefore I had to go back to Australia. And so I was kind of feeling down about it, and I shelved the idea off for a while. And then later around September, I decided to revisit the idea, and I contacted the Portuguese consulate here in Sydney and asked them a few questions. So after a few email exchanges, I thought, okay, maybe this is a good chance for me to apply for a visa to live in Portugal. And I applied for it. 1 month later, I've got the visa approved. So I felt very ecstatic at that point, but at the same time I realized that, oh my, there's a lot of changes that's going to be made, because I had to start packing, I had to organize things before I leave, and plus I was doing the home renovation, so everything was happening at that time. So now that the home renovation is completed, I'm still packing my stuff, but nevertheless I'm making that move. To be honest, there's mixed feelings happening. I'm excited about the whole thing, definitely, for sure. But so that sometimes the anxieties of moving to a new city, coming from a COVID-free zone to a COVID hotspot, and also like what if plans don't work out according to what I planned. But nevertheless, I'm taking that risk, and I'm making that journey. So I'd like to invite you guys to come and join me from this side of the Pacific to the other side of the Atlantic. And here's me saying goodbye to Australia. And I had a great time over here. So thankful for all you friends out there who have helped me during this pandemic, and also be there, and thankful for your friendship, and thank everyone else who have helped me along the way. So this is goodbye Australia and hello Lisbon, or shall I say in Portuguese, Adeus Austrália Olá Lisboa. I'll see you guys soon. So I just did my COVID test, and I must say that was a bit uncomfortable, but it was okay. It wasn't as bad as I expected. So that was my first time doing the COVID test, the PCR test for international travel. So if you guys, for those of you who might have done the test before, they do the swab test on your throat. They put the swab in your throat, and also they did one in the nose. So that was a bit uncomfortable, but survived. so that was okay, and those guys will send the results within 24 hours. So yeah, so got that done finally. And now for the next step is to wait for the results and print it. So yeah. So here I am at in the departure area. It took nearly about an hour and a half to check in because there was a long queue and I had to do a health declaration form. And then when I checked in the counter, they had to make phone calls to make sure that I had permission to leave Australia. And yeah, that took quite a while. And by the time with security, yeah, it's so it's quite tiring. It's been a day, and yeah, I am sad to say goodbye to Sydney, but also at the same time looking forward to this new chapter. So I think I'm just glad I'm at the airport right now because it's been quite a busy few days. Been so busy packing. I'm just glad that's all over now at the airport and making that journey over to the other side of the Atlantic. So yeah, here's me signing off. And I'll see you guys in Dubai probably. See ya. So guys, here I am in Dubai airport. It's bringing back all those memories because the last time I came here was actually in March, just before the lockdown, and I was here on my last flight out to Australia. So it feels kind of familiar yet strange at the same time being back here. So yeah, but it's good to be traveling out again. That was a long flight, that was a 14-hour flight, and I did manage to sleep a little bit. It feels kind of good to be traveling again, to be honest, but this time I'm traveling for a different purpose, not just for holiday or travel, but for relocation. So I managed to use the lounge over here, and I used the shower, and that felt so good, having to get a shower because I've been having a manic day of packing and trying to get things organized as much as I can. And finally, when I got to the airport, I was feeling tired, and now with the next flight, I'm able to take a shower and feel more refreshed. And I got some breakfast, and also I've got my morning coffee over here. Can't believe I'm going back to crap coffee, and this is Costa. Ugh, bad coffee. And you know what? The horror thing about as I lived in Australia, we know how good coffee is like, and when I saw how the staff did the latte that I requested, she basically burned the milk, make it really hot, and then poured the espresso, and then I was just in horror. So I am missing Australia in some sense in those little bits. But now I am getting on that next flight. I've got half an hour more to go, and I will see you guys on the other side of the Atlantic. So some things have changed around here. So back then you can easily go to the buffet area and grab the food you like, but now you have to queue up, and then the staff will serve you. And also one of the things I'm trying to bring over to Portugal is some laksa leaves, some Vietnamese mint leaves, because I can't find that in Portugal, and I want to try grow that, see if it's possible. But so here it is, and I'm really hoping that I can pass through security in Portugal and the immigration. And yeah, if that goes through, I'll have my Vietnamese mint and laksa leaves, and I can make laksa the real authentic laksa way. So wish me luck. So I've done all my research, and I know that I can take some plants over to Portugal, but you just never know, who the officer you might meet, and if they allow you to bring it over to the country or not. So yeah, so wish me luck, and hopefully I can bring that into the other side of the world.
Arrival time 5 minutes past midday, local time. Temperature currently falling at 11 degrees centigrade, which is 52 on the Fahrenheit scale. Bit of mist, fog, patches of fog reported around the airfield with a cloud base of approximately 500 feet. There are light rain also reported over the last hour in Lisbon. On behalf of the captain and the entire crew, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all to fly everything. I'd like to wish you all a very pleasant stay in Portugal.
Hey guys, I finally arrived in Lisbon. I'm knackered because it's been a 25-hour journey from Sydney to Lisbon. Wow, it's just been so long, and all I can think of is just I'm gonna go out and get a takeaway meal, and then I'm gonna have a rest at home for the rest of the evening or rest of the day. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it feels a bit weird in a way, or strange, as I say. I mean, initially when I left Sydney, I was feeling a bit. I was feeling sad, saying goodbye to this chapter, and then coming over to Lisbon, I felt I wasn't ready to say goodbye. But now here I am. It feels like homecoming in a way, but yeah. So it's just suddenly everything just changed. Like, I told myself, well, this is home now. And one good news is that Well, sorry, that's all my luggage I have over there, which I managed to take over, and I managed to bring my Vietnamese mint, my laksa leaves over, well, my laksa plant over to this side of the world. So yes, so that got through security and no problem at all. So I'm very pleased with that. So now the next, I'm just going to let it pre-pot it and then let it grow a little bit, and I'm going to start making laksa noodles for the next few days, especially now that it's winter. So yeah, I am tired, but I'm happy to be here. I'm just going to take some rest. And guys, thanks very much for watching this journey. Just one more thing before I say goodbye is that yesterday was the last day of the lockdown, and today everything seemed back to normal. They still have the curfew, so we can't go out from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. on weekdays and 1 p.m. to 5 a.m. on weekends. But everybody is out and about. I was kind of surprised, seeing a lot of people on bus stop and doing the day-to-day activities. Well, I must say that, to be honest, I was very nervous coming from COVID-free zone to a COVID hotspot. But now I'm here, I guess it feels okay, but I still had to be very careful. But yeah, I think it should be good, hopefully. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the bell. And here's me saying goodbye. I'm going to take a rest, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. And here's me saying in Portuguese, finally, ciao, ciao. See ya. Bye.